Greetings, ladies and gentle players. It is November 29th, a Friday, and that means it's another wonderful day for basics. Now, right off the bat, I do have to say, for those of you who do not watch the streams, Wednesday's stream was absolutely terrible in just about all respects. I had a one game on Tie Gem to rank up to 7 Dan, and we screwed it. But it gets worse from there. Not only did I have one game to rank up to 7 Dan and then mess it up, we then went to 4 games to that's not 4. This could be part of the problem. That is not 4. There we go. We had 4 games to rank up from there. We won 3 of them. From there we went to 1 game to rank up again. And we stuck that one too. We stuck that one even after the guy threw the game. That's how badly that one went. So yeah, at that point, from those, I had 2 amazing chances on Wednesday to rank 7 down, and I didn't, and I proceeded to feel about that small, having let down all of my viewers with this glorious attempt. Because I know y'all were excited for me to bring you some 7 down material, and I'd even let it slip that if I'd made 7 Dan, I was going to probably have every last game in that series be reviewed by a professional. Like, that's where I was on that. And yeah, just messing that one up doesn't feel good. Because after that one, it went to like 8 to rank up, so not going to happen anytime soon, let's just say. But fast forward to today, and the reason why I tell this sad little tale today rather than Monday, where I was going to originally tell it. But wouldn't you know it, I check my messages, and I see a message from someone whose identity I will protect that reads the following. He'd been playing on and off for a while. 10 years ago, he began getting back into the game. And apparently, a few months ago, he found my happy little YouTube, where he began watching. And after all this time of trying to improve, trying to get better at the game, even memorizing some games, which is, the method I used, doesn't work for everyone. He says, your Friday and Monday videos raised me 5 levels in short order. I'm playing solidly 5Q my correspondence game. I simply do not have lots of time to play live games. Seem to do well with playing 5-10 correspondence games simultaneously, while I can tune in for 10 minutes, refresh my head with a game in progress, and play according to your methods. Thank you for giving me a first useful instruction. My preference is building, waiting for opponents to give me a target, keeping an eye on bleep bloop methods, trying some, but still an old timer. Grateful for your devotion, humor, and approach. That was... I can say that was probably the one thing that I really needed today after throwing on Wednesday. So happy comments like that. Always love getting them. Mr. Patreon now. Glad my videos are able to help you and all the rest of you fine folks who are tuning into the series. Glad you're improving, and let's get on with what we're doing today. Alright, we are black, we are 8Q, brand new account over on Foxy, and I had a request. 7-9Q account on Fox, and focus on how your opponent strengthens your groups. Apparently something that Fox players at this level do all the time, so let's just see if we can't figure out how they're strengthening us, and use that to our advantage. So right off the bat, we're not going to jump out from a pincer on a 4-4 stone, because I just don't believe that is a very, very basic thing to do, and there are 100 different ways for that to go horrifyingly wrong. Right off the bat, I can also say this Hane here is horrifyingly bad, and if you know the counter, it's great. Right now, the game is over if I play it, so I'm going to Hane instead and let him get away with it. If you don't know the counter, I'll go over it in review. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Instead, I'm going to play what turned into a 3-3 variation. And then just go and grab my enclosure. I don't know, like, this is the most popular one nowadays, right? So I should just show what's popular, so okay, I'll do that. I could pincer here if I wanted to really build up, but I don't really want to, like, put all my eggs in one basket, so I'm going to go ahead and play away. making sure this influence... So we have two choices here. So right away, I can say, take a look at the influence that's over here, right? This influence can continue to grow if I'm not careful. So we do have corner, side, and center, but just as we have this kind of rule set, where if there's an enclosure, block and extend, if there's an extend, block and enclose, the amount of influence over here can easily be equal or greater to that of an enclosure. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go too far over here low. I'm going to just do something as simple as, I don't know, here. Just so he can't extend all the way over. Now, normally, my move... I'm going to be honest with y'all. My move would have been here. Okay? My move would have been right there. But I'm trying to stay a little bit more basic for this level of play. So, okay. I will go here and just defend. I've got a pretty tight enclosure here, so I feel like I don't have to play there again. So where could I play? Well, good question. We can... And we are going to approach. But things that I might want to play later are the kick. Or maybe keeping this low because it's a third line stone. Those are ideas for me. Ideas for him would be to... Because he's strong here, he could argue that a 3-3 is okay. And he wants to enclose. Now, I'm going to approach on the inside. Because even though this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines, we get a plus modifier here because he's interested in developing here. So when I pincered him, I knew, when I approached him, I knew he was going to pincer me. That allows me to do cool things like go into the corner. So it's kind of like I approached, frack, not again. If I drop down and cut him, and he gets set, that's not the end of the world, right? Alright, we're destroying ourselves. I'll do it again. At 8Q, I won't call it out, okay? At 8Q, I won't call it out. But if we played normally and he played normally, I would have a clean extension on the side, and it would be fantastic. In exchange, all it cost me was that little 1 stone in his area, which I can use to hurt him later on. Okay, so I've got multiple shoulder hits here, as you can clearly see, and I've got a kick on his stone. Now, I'm going to think that the kick on his stone is not very large right now, because he's already got an extension off of that. This is a pretty strong area, so screw this. A little bit less interest here. What's more interesting is this area that he's trying to develop. So I will go ahead and shoulder hit here, because we shoulder hit low stones in order to get stronger. Unfortunately, right now, he hasn't really done what we're looking for and found ways that he's making me stronger. He hasn't really done that yet. Except that one. That one's making me stronger. He should have turned here, because that's the classic Jiseki. Now, instead, because he didn't do that, I can extend up. And I can Hane, threatening to do all sorts of crazy bad stuff here. I can just calmly extend because I can turn here in Sentai. Like, all we're doing is just limiting this from growing. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Don't worry about it. Sure. I'll tire here. It might come in useful, it might not. There we go. I'm not letting him hit 2 stones. Or 3. Now, the minute he played that, I had an instinct that I want to tell you about. I wanted to play here immediately, and if you know why, congratulations. The reason why I wanted to play here immediately is because if I play here and he responds, this Atari into this ladder suddenly, it works. That said, I'm going to go ahead and Hane here. Head of his stones. I'm going to Hane again. I can threaten to Hane here, so we'll do that too. This area is strong, so I'm not really worried about this cutting point so much. And now I'll go back and connect like so. This is no longer an issue. Gote move. Very important, you know, when you have Gote. Or, well, you have Gote and Sentai, blah, 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 blah. When they end in Gote. There we go. That's a better way of saying it. Now that I see it, though, I need to stop and wait for a minute. All I can see right now is this move shining at me that just screams, capture him, capture him, capture him. But we're not going to. Instead, we're going to look around and we're going to try to find something to do. What can we do? Well, we have influence here. Not bad. This is 3 lines of territory, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, which is 3, 6, 9 for those of you who can count. So one more, let's say it's 10. So that means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this territory right here is right here. You know? Now we have influence here. Let's highlight it a little bit more. We have a wall essentially here, right? And now I really, really, really want to use this Sente move to threaten all the things and build another wall. But check out the low stones. We can use low stones to keep things low. And if we can do that, you can see the wall, and suddenly this middle becomes really, really big. So check it out. Here's what I'm going to do. You keep low stones low, right? That's what you do. So I don't want to be too aggressive. Maybe I'll just cap him. I'll just cap him. Normal move that I would play right now would be the attachment on this low stone. Just flat out attach it. Because if he Hanes, I can Hane back. Because all I'm trying to do is get into the middle. If he extends, I could extend for the same reason. This is bad shape. I will poke at it because this is about as words basic as you can get. I can cut through for the same reason. Because he should have connected solidly here. These moves are getting really, really big, and we can remove the 3-3. If he goes into the 3-3, he commits suicide. Right? Come on out. Atari. Connect and damage. Cut's now active. Now, I really didn't want to kill him. I confess that's kind of my default operation, though. In a lot of instances, let's see, I can just go and play here. And then play here. You should kick him and rip his face off, but I'll do this instead. I'll try to let him live here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's insane. Do we punish it? Cause that's just blatantly not something that works. I'll punish it. Sure. Unfortunately, he can't play this way. And that's dead. I could let him live again. No, now it's just being insulting if I do. So this is dead. I could let that live, maybe. Build this area up. Who cares if he's alive? On top of the board. I'm just gonna build. Ignore him trying to live. And then build again. There we go. That's kind of peaceful, right? Now, those of you who are DDK, I think this was probably easy for you to see how I can build here. Those of you who are out of DDK, you know that we could have just Haned here whenever we wanted and killed him. So now, corners, sides, and center are taken care of. So we're going to endgame. So now we're going to go and play like so. But here's an interesting lesson here, if we're being completely honest. Like, I didn't kill him. Yeah, I know, sad face. But here's the thing. He gave me the entire middle to not be dead. You know? So in exchange for the right to live here, he gave me so much more. A lot of times, that is how you Let me cut you? You are going to make the exchange. Is this exchange good for you? Is it better for you than me? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'll just cut you? Question mark? Because he's essentially what he's doing here is I play here, right? I Hane. He throws in, and then Atari's me. If I play there, I'm dead. So I can't do that. But I thought he wasn't going to do this because of the dead stone's over here now. Maybe this is worth more than this. I'm notoriously bad at counting. If you told me that an 8Q could outcount me, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds legit. I believe it. Absolutely, 100%. I'll believe that. That could absolutely be the truth. He has to play here, or I play here and he's dead. It's better. Dun, 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 dun. Now, I never want to actually have to capture anything here. So I'm going to make some shapies. There we go. I could play here, into here, into here. It doesn't quite work out, but if I play here, now it does. Nice. Let's see. Fast game, I gotta say, though. Oof. 21 minutes? I was probably rambling in the beginning of the game for 3. 2 games today. Just connect. When they try crazy things, let's just connect our weak groups first. He cannot live here. It's impossible. He has no eyes. And that's never changing. I could pass here and he still couldn't live. Note, I'm backing off to prevent liberty shortages on the groups that are surrounding him. I'll just go ahead and cut that off. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, you know? Atari. Into Atari. I'm ignoring that because I don't see how I can do anything. If there's something here, I'll connect. That's an easy ladder to read. Or a net. Yeah. That seems good. And then I will save both simultaneously. With a little bamboo joint. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. I'm under Atari. Now this is the part where it's gonna get kind of annoying. I could play here, but I'll just put this one. It's fine. He can play here. And then take, and then throw in, and do all that stuff. That's okay. I could have Atari'd here, but that takes more reading. So, forget all of this. Let's go straight to review so we have plenty of time for another game. Alright, so let us look at this game, shall we? Now, right away, the Joseki is supposed to be here. Or, I guess, there. You could do it this way, too. And that is equal result. Now, some of you are going to be mad at this. But in my opinion, the proper counter is to drop down here. If they drop down, then you cut, and then they're dead no matter what you do. If they play here, you can just go and play this way, and then that dies. And if they play, hello. And if they play here, you just play this one, and then those 3 stones die. Now, I know some of you are going to say, no. That's not what you're supposed to do anymore. The AI has a lot more complicated variations you can play, and I frankly don't care. Yeah, you can play here instead. I still don't care. This is good enough. You get to connect up to your stone. you get Sente, and then you just get to split because he's making a wall to nowhere. This is fine. If they do this, just play the variation that's open available to you. Drop down and to see what they do. Trust me, it's going to be better for you, especially at this level. I would highly recommend not trying to do the complicated AI variation because you're going to get yourself killed. Don't do it. After all, this is basics. If we're going to teach complicated stuff, I might as well start teaching Taisha as well. So this is an unfortunate setback for me, and probably the reason why he plays it, because this is a bloody great result for him. It's fantastic. Like, this is just a 3-3 variation on steroids. Like, you get the extra stone out, you got to kill something. I'm pinned in the corner. You can't really ask for much more than what has happened here. And in fact, you can easily see, like, an arc here of territory. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, compared to 2, 4, 6, 8, that's a much better result for white than black. But we ate it because, you know, basics. I will not always be backing off on this one. I will do it in this video because I haven't gone over this in a while. Next time, I won't. So we enclosed, he approached, we didn't pincer. Again, normally I would play here because this does a very good job of limiting this growth. I wanted to play here, but then we might get into a combat situation of what happens if he plays in here and I have to like kind of play to attack him. Or if I went even further and then he came in and then we're under attack again. Kept it simple. Didn't want him to extend. Now all he can do is extend to like here and that's it. Not much more growing. We're good. Fantastic. We played here because we thought to be pincered. We were, and then he should have played this one. Not that one. Or that one. We'll get it eventually. He should have gone back and played here again. Because you can see I'm still on the top and I'm still out. In exchange, I have a stone here where he's trying to grow. So that's helpful for me. Teddy did this one, we just gave him it again. You don't want to run the third line like this. You want to make shape. Because at least this way you can still make territory here, right? You can still make territory while black is just trying not to be dead, right? But here's the thing, if you go here, it's tempting to play this way because of the third line territory, but check this out. I showed in the actual game, right? Sure, go ahead and do this one again. Like, there's 2 lines of territory here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a problem, which means this is equal to one of my lines. This is equal to one of my lines. And then after that, we're hard-pressed to find another batch of 4, right? So you don't do this way. It's way too easy to outvalue white if you're just running on the third line like that. You don't want to do that. Don't run on third line. So we played here. There are moves I wanted to play elsewhere. I want to show you guys the one over here again. Because if he plays this way... Isn't that sneaky? You can go and start looking at where the ladders lead and be like, well, this one goes... Oh, okay. Isn't that pretty sneaky? Isn't that pretty sneaky? I think it's sneaky. Again, same thing. Normally I would play here. If they Hane, I'll Hane back. If they Atari me, I'll extend. Because how are they going to deal with this, right? And the outside at the same time. It's hard to do, right? It's hard to do, so always get the outside by leaning on the group that we're not interested in. Meanwhile, all of that is dead now. This is easy to kill. Because it can't go anywhere. Therein lies the problem. It can't go anywhere. Like, where's this going? It's fucking nowhere. Also, if we wanted to quibble, this is also potentially dead because this is completely surrounded. So you can see how being cut off with all this influence can really, really hurt you. Don't get into that position. Now, the goal of this was to show how he makes us stronger. He did do that in the center of the board, and we just used it wherever we could. You know, we were open to possibilities. Found one, used it. Excellent. Admittedly, a lot of the time we were so solid, he couldn't really make us stronger than we already were. Because we're not making weird shapes, we're not leaving weird cut points behind. So there's also that aspect to it. It is hard for him to make us stronger if we're not making weak shapes. Let's play again. Alright. Got ourselves a game. I almost gave up. People were like looking at that 1-0 and they were like noping on out of there. Like, no, 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 no. I'll do 4-4-3-4. And then approach widest side, which is bonk, that one. You can approach high or low, by the way. I know I have a tendency to approach high rather than low. I should approach low more. I know I should. I just don't. And I think high approaches are so friggin' easy because a lot of players are inclined to attach to you or do like the one space close pincer, and it's so tough to screw one of those up. It really is. It's so tough. So it just seems like it works like it for basics. Nope. I know with the 3-3-1, we let him get away with it, but we're not letting him get away with this one. Okay, he's approaching. I'm gonna back away. I was tempted to pincer here for half a second. I was. Because playing here and giving him this is really, really, really bad. But, okay, for AQ, you're... For AQ, we'll let it slide. Let's see. He backed away. I will back away too. I'm being kicked. Okay. Not the greatest move in the history of ever. He's making me stronger, so I'll just accept it. That I don't have to worry about. I don't worry about it at all. This is threatening, like, let's highlight this. This is threatening something along the lines of, like, I don't know, like the territory in here somewhere. But I think you'll all agree that's much larger. Like, what is this? 2, 4, 6, something or other? Who cares? Who cares? Alright, so there are complicated variations of playing like here instead of here, but we'll just do it. This is kind of going into like a 3-3 variation. We would play the other way to block this. I could also Hane and kill them right now. Because if I Hane and they cut, I just back off. My cut point's protected. Literally does not matter. But, okay. We'll let them live. Never mind, we're killing them. Yep, that's dead. Nope. Fine. Fine. There you go, you're alive. I keep changing my mind, I know, I'm sorry. Alright, so we have Sente. Where's larger points? Extending is big. Building the right is big. But doesn't it seem like the upper left is lonely? He's like all by himself up there. You know what? I think this might be technically the bigger move, but I just feel like I really wanna build off this little guy. Right? He's all by himself. Sure. Good move, good move, good move. Now, what do we do here? Lament the fact that we have let him get away with just about whatever he wants. No, we need to, like, build something. Like, the bottom is influence, right? Like, check this out. Like, isn't this a wall? And I can almost connect this up. So maybe, like, go in from here. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Tell you what, let's cap that. Let's go ahead and cap that, shall we? Yeah. Or maybe lean on it? Maybe do like a leany cappy doodad? If I play here, like there's like a hole there. I'll do a leany cappy doodad. There we go. We're kind of growing this area. Gonna poke that for no reason whatsoever. It's gonna be gives me another move in the middle. And then something like, I don't know. See what he does against this one? Forcing move. Just looking for forcing moves. I don't think it helped me any. That's probably removing a co-threat. Let's do a jumpy doodad. There we go. Anything beyond this line I'm killing. Because that's my sector line. Anything beyond this line dies. Okay. I'll keep growing. The new line is here. Anything behind this line gets killed. I'm being surrounded. Emergency measures. Note that we were surrounded immediately. Okie dokie. New line. Ooh. Right on the side of it. Ooh, that's just, that's dirty. I could theoretically come in from the top. I could theoretically do it. But you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'd almost never play this way, but this is so much territory that, fine. Whatever, you got it, dude. You got it, my dude. Ladders go to me, so I'm just gonna play this way. Because ladders, he can't do anything here, right? Ladder went to me, so it's fine. And now I'm gonna have him strengthen me again by building up the other side. The power of shoulder hits, man. If you master shoulder hits, you can do some amazing things. You really can. Another one. There you go. There's another shoulder hit for you. Threatening to completely surround everything. I think if he cuts here, we just back off, right? Now note, this does not matter. Another shoulder, just to surround everything. Like, once you... defending here, because this stone's lost to us. So we're just going to reinforce this area. Like, you don't need to, like, master everything to get better at this game. You don't have to master direction of play, and then master Tsuji, and master life and death, and master endgame. Like, it's amazing how getting good at one thing can give you some unexpected strength that you might not have realized. Like, right now, what did we do? We literally just use shoulder hits just to do stuff. We had to recognize first that influence. Thought I saw something on my back of my hand. That was weird. I'm hallucinating, apparently. But yeah, we recognized that we had influence. Then we just used some shoulder hits to our advantage because we knew what we could do with them. You know? That's all we did. That's all we did. I think this move's larger. No, because it's undercut. I think this was probably larger because he can play. Yeah, this was larger. This was larger. What was that about? Mastering direction to play there, champ? Shut up. Just shut up. Just don't speak. Let's go back and fix that mistake, huh? Woo, there we go. And just like so, game's over. How do you know? Because he's got this for territory, which is second line. He's got this for territory, which is pretty good. And he has this for territory, which is, it's okay. But we have this for territory, which is baller. We have this for territory, which is also baller, and this is pretty good. Like, I don't see any areas of his territory where I'm like, dude, that is the dog's bollocks right there. You know? So okay, some endgame. Let's have a little bit of endgame. So I'll play here, because there's this poke into a connection back. I can Hane, because of the same thing. That throw in there, Rex face. I'm gonna poke here, keep him from poking into my corner and pushing me back. And then I'm gonna poke here for the same thing. These are the two big pokes on my end, because this threatens to go into my area and like really reduce me on the third line, and this really threatens to reduce me on the corner. So I got those two in, and then I'm going to randomly give him Sente back and see what he can do with Sente. Normally in a real game, you wouldn't want to just give your opponent Sente to see what they can do with it. But, you know, we're in a teaching game-ish kind of thing. Ooh, I love this so much. So look at your shape. Where's my shape problems? There's a thing here maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and bamboo that off. And then I'm gonna go back and go to the beginning of this because playlist was good for a while. Okay. Sure. I'll just defend that like so. If he cuts, we just Atari straight down. It's fine. I'll connect. Why not? Because he can Atari you, and that does nothing for you. You can play here into here, and that helps him. True. True. That's true. But when you have an area in here, you know they can't live in there.
How do you know that, though? Did you read it out? You probably looked at all those pokey points and all of the algae and the cutting points, and then you saw I couldn't do it.
No, that's not how that happened at all. How it happened was pretty straightforward. Let's envision a shape where he can make two eyes. So, he gets this. Imagine he has stones. Here, 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 all along this line, all along this line, all along this line. Like, is that even alive yet? Can't you just, like... Okay, if he had that one, he'd be alive. He could, like, play a stone here or here. But short of that... Right? Short of that, come on. Short of him getting, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stones for free? How is he gonna do that? He can't do that. Come on, be real. Be real. Let's look at more shapes. Here, 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 No, that was probably a bad one, huh? Here, there. That's also alive, right? There we go. And then so there. Yeah, you can live with that one. Like, as you start to, like, actually look at the shapes he needs to make here in this area to live, you realize how insane that possibility even is. You know? Like, come on, you ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. Be real. Give him 2 moves for free. Okay, don't do that. You Atari take. Aside from Atari and take, give him 2 moves for free that don't involve Atariing you and you ignoring, and you can't live. That's dead, but I'll give it to you. Plenty of room here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, something or other, ice shape. We're fine. Boom, 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 boom. Sure, I'll just poke. So this game's over. Let's just go and hop into review, or he'll resign right now, and we can do it that way too. Take a peek real quick here. This was fine. However, that is not. It needs to play here, and then I'll play this one. That is Joseki, and also why, as white, you do not open up facing your opponent unless you really, 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 really know what you're doing. Because, yeah, it's easy to go wrong here and just give your opponent a great opening for no reason whatsoever. So, yeah, don't do that. Don't do it if you can avoid it. So we played here. Normally, again, I would throw... It's fine, whatever. I'd do it here, too, if I'm being honest. Because you don't want to give your opponent this shape almost ever. This is like the strongest base you could make in a game. Can't do much else there anymore. It's kind of bad. Played Kobayashi. He kicked me. Don't play there. Play here. Or if you want to be more AI inspired, you can just play this. But beware if you play the close approach against Kobayashi. You might be in for a bit of a fight. Or needing to reduce, because you can just go and play here. Right? You can see how this kind of develops quickly. Traditionally, the reason why we don't approach close, but, you know, AI is AI. So we played here, we ignore it. If you want, you can play here. It keeps him from settling locally, that's for sure. If he plays here, he's probably going to die. He has to do something else. I don't even know what. Maybe this, I don't know, something. Hard to say. It's hard to live back here. If you have fighting skills, do it. Otherwise, sure, just play here. That dies. This is supposed to be a Ko that black does or does not take. Because if he plays here, and then plays there, and then cuts me, he's dead. As you can see, there's nowhere to go. And if he plays this move again, we just throw in. When he insisted on being alive, I felt I felt bad, so I let him live. Also, I think this is too slow, and I should be playing here, by the way. Because this is not much territory. This is larger than this section, so keep poking around. Make sure we were larger. Also, don't have to play here either. I can play here again. Why? Because quite frankly, that's pretty small, wasn't it? Cutting point's not very big. Cutting point's not very big. You might be saying, but what if he pushes up first? Stupid. Huh? What if he does this? Now you lose 3 stones. Yeah, you're right. That is what would happen, which is why we would give those stones away. Fine by me. If he wants to keep pushing up here, he can have it. This area is much larger than this area. And then here, we just built, he ignored, we built, he ignored. We defended because we were careful. You don't really have to right now because you still have this to come out with, so you're not in really any trouble here. If you wanted, you could play Tengen or whatever you want, you know? But we defended ourselves. Sente for us. Made it larger. And then here the area is just so friggin' huge that it didn't matter. And that was the end of that. Nice, easy, smooth direction of play stuff. Hope you enjoyed. Good old DDQs. This is the kind of stuff that you might want to take peeks at. Make sure you've got those big direction places down. Make sure you're not responding to moves you shouldn't, like the bottom left hand of this game, for example. Could have gotten into a little bit of trouble there if we just kept responding to them. But we took big points instead. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this game. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.